All right, fourth grade. Today we are going to identify parallelograms and rectangles. So before we do that, we're going to do some vocab review. Parallel lines. So parallel lines never cross, even if they are extended. One thing I like to do to help remember this is I like to look at the word parallel. And right here is an example of parallel lines. Extending a line means drawing it out if it continues. So as I was saying, you extend them out to either end, and we look and we see they're never going to cross each other, which makes them parallel. A perpendicular line, they come together and they form a right angle or a 90-degree angle. Most of the time, or all of the time, that perpendicular line will actually create 4 right angles, which makes a square. All right. And the last thing is a right angle. So right angles are exactly 90 degrees. They are never any more, and you will always see a box near the vertex. Remember, the vertex is a point where 2 lines come together. So if we look at the word parallelogram, at the start we see the word parallel. So what we can assume or infer is that it's going to be a shape with parallel sides. Parallel sides. All right. So a parallelogram is a quadrilateral. All right, so I'm back. A quadrilateral means 4 sides and 2 pairs of parallel sides. That means that the opposite sides are going to be parallel. So if we look here, this side and then its opposite side, they are parallel. And then if we go to this side and then this side, those are parallel as well. So I'm going to say a P. Yes, that's a parallelogram. If we check this one, I'm going to use green. This side and this side, they're never going to cross. All right, so those opposite sides are parallel. Let's check with our red to see if this opposite side is parallel with this side. I was really messy there. I'm going to take my time, go along the edge. Yes, those do look parallel. So this too is a parallelogram. All right, so here we're like thinking of which of these 3 is the imposter or which is not the parallelogram. So I'm going to start here with the first one, the yellow one, and determine if it is the imposter or not. So I'm going to take this side, I'm going to extend the lines, and I'm going to go to its opposite side over here and extend the lines. They look like 2 parallel lines to me. So yes, the blue lines are parallel, but let's check the other side. Cross, oops, gotta make that a little bit cleaner. This side, and then this side, those 2 are parallel as well. So this one is not the imposter, it is a parallelogram. Let's try the second one. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the opposite sides that are easy to see. Those are parallel, but I have to check the other side to make sure. If I extend this out and then I extend this out, it looks as if I continue the lines, they are going to intersect. So this side is not parallel and this is the imposter. Moving on. Here we can look and see, is this side parallel with this side? Yes, it is. Is this side parallel with this side? Yes, it is. So that one is good. It is a parallelogram. Then we're going to check this side with this side. That is parallel. And then this side with this side, also parallel. So the last thing we're going to try is, we're going to try this one right here. We're going to start with this side, and then we're going to check this side. Oh my goodness, I'm getting messy. They look pretty parallel, but let's check the other side to make sure. I'm going to use red. I'm going to continue it up. Ooh, and if we look, those 2 lines are not parallel, so this one is the imposter. All right, so what do we know about rectangles? So a rectangle is a quadrilateral, which means 4-sided shape, with 2 pairs of parallel sides, and they have to have 4 right angles. So if you remember, a right angle is a 90-degree angle. That's where all the corners look like a perfect corner to your screen, or like the corner of your book or the corner of a doorway. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start and check if this side is parallel to this side. All right, that's one of them. We gotta check the other side. Is this side parallel to this side? That's correct. And then the most important part, do all four of these look like 90-degree angles? And yes, they do. So this would be a rectangle. Right here, we're checking, is this side parallel to this side? It is. Is this side parallel to this side? It is. And then we're going to check to see if we have 1, 2, 3, 4 right angles. We do. This is also a rectangle. All right, last one. Is this side parallel to this side? Yep. Is this side parallel to this side? Yep. And then we're checking. Oh, yes, that does look like 4 right angles. So this is also a rectangle. All right, so which is the imposter? If you're remembering correctly, we're looking for parallel sides. We're looking for right angles. And yeah, parallel sides and right angles. So let's see. Is this side parallel to this side? Yes, it is. Is this side parallel to this side? It is. Now we have to check the angles. They have to have 4 90-degree angles. Not 1, not 2, not 0. Has to have 4. So this one is a rectangle. If we look here, this side is parallel to this side. And then this side is parallel to this side. So they are parallel on both ends. Then we have to check and see, can we make 4 right angles in the corner? If we can, yes, this is a rectangle as well. All right, the last thing we're going to do here is we're going to see if we have 2 sets of parallel sides. So does this side look parallel to this side? It looks that up here they will intersect, so they are not parallel. But this side is parallel to this side, but I need both sets to be. So right now we already know it's not a rectangle, but we're going to check the angles just in case. Right here, this looks like an obtuse angle, and here these two look like acute angles. They look less than 90 degrees. All right, so how many right angles does this quadrilateral have? We look in the corner. There are no of the boxes letting me know that it's a rectangle, and none of these look like 90 degrees, so it's 0. So is it a rectangle? No, it is. All right, here we're answering the question, is this quadrilateral a parallelogram? So if we remember, a parallelogram must have opposite sides that are parallel to each other. So I'm going to check out my opposite sides. Is this side parallel to this side? Right here, I'm looking to see that they are going to cross, so it is not a parallelogram. It doesn't look like either of the sides are parallel to each other, so the answer here would be no. All right, the last thing this one says is, how many right angles does this quadrilateral have? Well, right here we see the coding for a right angle, so it has 1 right angle. And then, is this quadrilateral a rectangle? Well, if we remember from what we talked about earlier, a rectangle has to have 4 right angles. So this one right here only has 1. Right here we have an acute, and it looks like 2 obtuse angles. So this is not a rectangle because it does not have 4 right angles. All right, good luck on your work today, and let me know if you have any questions.